Oh, hi. And, I still have this, Kylie. I'll use it when it's time.
There's a sad little arm at a puncture parade, and I should be able to bridge a gap between that and a smiling child in a vested cap who leans back on a lamppost. You'd think the stink of a hospital meal and the drops of spit on steel would be enough to remind me the fact that we'll likely collapse every line that we tap most. Nah, fuck it, I'm running on luck. I just clutch my cup like a pit bull. Simple math should add to a fateful negation that's way too painful to deal with. And if I shift my weight and let it hang to the left, I'm just overcompensating for this pain in my chest. And if you synthesize a piece of mind and mailing it away for free, that shit still ain't for me. I gotta find a way to steal it. Thank you for this precious gift. I don't think I asked for this. Okay. When you get the call that says your friend is dead, don't bother with regret, that's just too obvious. Instead, do something crazy. Collect the remnants of the stinking dead, inject the mess directly in your wrinkly head, and say goodbye to aging. And we've been assured this really, really works. So come summer, some of us are gonna look a couple months younger. We'll use our dead relatives to fuel our new Hummers and keep us celebrating these jagged knives like Grandma used to make. And these apple pies are jabbing in a friendly faces. So add the fries and fucking buckle down for this unpleasant road trip we've planned you. Oh, your language and your hats are dated, and we cannot wait to name your cats. Your black witch alienates the major demographics who would choose to take vacations on your land. So we'll lose you in the basement, and there ain't shit you can do. Thank you for this precious gift. I don't think I asked for this. Okay. Well, I've been told explicitly our needs are a deficiency, so when I sleep between shifts, it's in parentheses drawn in the bottom of a column. When I get out of bed, I've bled through the spreadsheet. And anybody telling us that money don't buy happiness is full of fucking shit, or they're the Beatles. And a week old piece of pizza needs to be eaten before you even think to breach the nails or the skin or the red meat. So come on down to therapy. I know you were scared as me. We clutch our cups like a pit bull does. This blood just gets sick of filling in and wish to wriggle free. Or really just it seems it does to me, because I'm dreaming of a reason one could bleed enough, redeem themselves and sleep it off. Suddenly I've come to see my blood is really bubbling from underneath 100 things that someone dreamed stuck to me. But even once I peel them up and sweep them underneath the rug, an unforeseeable degree of the debris has clung to me. I mean to come completely undone. We'll see who's running me and clean the rust between us. Clean the rust between us. Yeah.
I'm Joel Elliott, and I have a dream. Okay, yeah, I know you, Alabama. I know my history. Now, a couple of years back, there was a Black Lives Matter protest, and Baltimore was having riots. I just read a thing about Baltimore in this paper. What is it? The People's Tribune? The People's Tribune? I don't know. I found it at a place. I also got donations of Sharpies. Those are from me for art. And little hand sanitizers. Those are from me for passing out to, street homeless individuals. Because that's a useful thing. Donations for the Chartreuse Project. I would say look it up, but the presence online is not that great. It's all pretty scattered. But there's a WLRH interview. Go to WLRH. It's public media in Huntsville. There's an interview there about what it is I do. It's complicated, okay? It's complicated. But a couple of years ago, there's a Black Lives Matter protest, and I wrote a poem about it. This is that.
My name is Joel Elliott. This is entitled This Past Friday. I am starstruck by Huntsville, Alabama. Roll Tide. But I want to see the star of Alabama shine, not sit idly by as the lines for food pantries fill with more and more faces, black faces, white faces, all races, but the numbers are telling as to which faces matter more. All Lives Matter erases the black person from a necessary conversation about how imbalanced the equation has to be to keep the young black male statistically at an unemployment rate of 40%. If all lives saw 40% unemployment, all people would call for drastic systemic change. But all lives do not see this. Black lives do. All lives, even black lives, fear the mythical savagery of the barbarian black stranger. But only certain lives fear danger at the hands of the man whose badge is supposed to signify service and protection.
Yeah.
In the Star of Alabama, the black man's voice will be heard, and by cooperating peacefully, his feet will be herded by Huntsville Police Department design directly to the Madison County Jail. Marching through back roads to the county jail is not having the freedom to assemble.
Yeah.
When HPD extends a hand to the community organizers, they leave the back of the other hand in the air poised to strike. I stood in front of that jail. I stood in front of that jail and looked the sheriff of Madison County in the eye while he told me that my hometown of Baltimore City was burning down because people were misbehaving. He did not say his name. He did not say why the people of my hometown burned down the CVS. He did not say why the people of my hometown I witnessed tear apart police vehicles, tear doors off of cars, because they were that righteously angry. Very few people were hurt in that riot because the police dealt with the people responsibly. And I challenge the Madison County Sheriff, if he is going to invoke my hometown, say his name, Freddie Gray. That's whose spinal cord was severed in custody. Freddie Gray. Say his name, Freddie Gray.
Freddie Gray.
Say his name, Freddie Gray.
Freddie Gray.
The Star of Alabama can shine.
Okay, I'm gonna finish shaving, by the way. Just for the record, I legit am. This is music to close the show. It's music from one of the biggest collaborators and supporters for the series. Really got us to where we are, so that we're actually a non-profit now, like official. This is Breakmaster Cylinder, and they did the theme, by the way. Pipple, you heard at the start of the show, and Dislotech was rapping. This is Breakmaster Cylinder with Dislotech rapping Tiny Marshmallows.
My sober life revolves around a lot of hot chocolate and mad dashes out of Target with its stash under my armpit. I'm a nice fellow, but it's hard to quit tiny marshmallows once you started. I know you have Prozac, don't act as though that last remark was so off topic. If your hands are in your pockets or you're rocking out locked in the walk-in closet, and I'm very proud to call y'all my target market. The ghost of old razor blades, so there could be a case to make it. I could use an 8x8 square foot space to pace barefoot and tied down. It's how I take my rainy days. Will dress up as the maid and act amazed at all we break today. This time my medicine will taste good, and these fine things cried out in a daze could stand to be repeated, even after knees or even with your hands and feet. I mean, for us to grab a piece and eat it. In the Middle East, I bet that thing we invented is illegal, which probably ought to speak for its redeeming qualities. If you forget the steps and just follow me, a final backflip eliminates the need for swallowing. Put up a crock pot of meat, spend the day in bed, get up at 10 when we gotta eat. Split lips and a limp are the cost of being gleefully accosted, and your teeth mean a lot to me. If I don't make my 6, I'm a cranky bitch. It takes space and time and not much left of mine will fit. If you take a duck from my pond, I may not respond. There are days I can't see fucking shit because of it. I self-censor with what should have been rejected words. If I were pressed, I couldn't spell what I said to her. If we could settle this, I guess I'll run better. Except every step left in my alphabet's a blood letter. Nah, forget it. Took a nice tune and wrecked it with a convoluted message. Oh, maybe it's true, I'm just waiting to be excused. And then I'm back on the swing set. No one's seen my shoes like... Oh, may this man of many vices be a figure of resistance. May his cannibalistic cycles be quite slimming when they're vicious. If I have to pay the price, I'll watch your lips to blow me kisses. Then I'll scramble up the light and haunt your visions with my image. Eyes and heart and skin is where it itches, and I'm glad to be alive, so let me wish for triple digits. If the cat and capsizes, I'll be living with the fishes, and I'll have to realize that I was really never listening.